Hi, I'm Diane from GoNaturalEnglish.com, your personal English coach and motivator. How many times have you heard that communication is the most important part of a relationship? Well, imagine adding a language barrier and a cultural barrier. I know this because I dated someone when I was away in China a couple of years ago. We not only had a language barrier, but we had a cultural barrier. Dating in the US is different than dating in other countries. And for today's video, I want to share with you some common phrases and vocabulary terms that are used in dating and relationships here in the US. If you like this video that helps you become fluent faster, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Words to describe a significant other or someone you're interested in. Crush. This is someone that you have a romantic interest in, but you're not in a relationship. This person may or may not know that you are interested in them. Some ways to use this term, you could say, I have a crush on my coworker, or I have a crush on my classmate. It just means that you are romantically interested. Boyfriend or girlfriend, this is a term that is used when you are in a committed relationship to someone and you are not dating or seeing other people. For the most part, it is used when you are committed to one person. Fiance versus fiancé. Fiance is a man who is engaged to be married, and fiancée is a woman who is engaged to be married. In the US, men typically propose to women in some form of ceremony surrounded by friends or family. It is a pretty big deal to get engaged here, and it usually comes with a nice ring, and sometimes there are photographers, and for the most part in the US, it is a big deal to be engaged to someone, and it is celebrated by friends and family. The term partner can also be used instead of boyfriend or girlfriend. It is someone that you have a romantic relationship with. Other half or better half. Some people use this endearing term to refer to someone they are in a relationship with. And when I say in a relationship with, it's usually a committed relationship and someone that you are or have been dating for some time. Some common dates that people go on to get to know each other. Go for coffee or grab a drink. This is usually in the first few stages of dating when you're just getting to know each other, or maybe even the first date. You can ask somebody, hey, you want to grab a coffee? Or hey, you want to grab a drink? Grab a bite to eat. This is also another common way of saying, let's go get something light, maybe a snack or lunch. Doesn't necessarily mean like dinner, romantic, like very serious. Usually a grab to eat, you can say it to your friend. It doesn't have to have a romantic meaning behind it. To catch a movie just means to watch a movie outside of your house. When you go catch a movie or catch a show, it means that you're going somewhere to watch these two things. In the US, when you're just getting to know each other, these are the few dates that you would go on. Grab a bite, grab a drink, grab coffee, catch a movie. These are the things that you would do when you're just getting to know each other. But when it's a little more serious, you may go get dinner or go on a trip or something that requires more time to get to know the other person or spend more time with the other person. Words and expressions when talking about dating or relationships. To have a fling. It just means to have a short relationship. Sometimes you might hear it as, oh, I had this summer fling. Very short. Sometimes it's by the season. And it's not something that is considered very serious or something that is long term. To ask someone out. This just means to ask somebody on a date to do something like grab a drink, grab coffee. It is something more of like, hey, I'm interested in you. Can I take you out? That's what that means. It does have a romantic connotation behind it. To hang out. This just means to spend time with someone. It doesn't necessarily mean that there is romantic interest, but some people may say, let's hang out just to keep it light, keep it a little bit more casual and not so serious. You could say, do you want to hang out this weekend? It's very open, very light. It's not like, let's grab dinner. That's a little more serious. It just keeps it open for whatever interpretation the other person may have when they're asked to hang out. It's a little bit more on the, I don't know if they like me or if I like them. To be set up. It means that if you have a friend who has a friend and they want you guys to get to know each other, Your friend may set you up with their friend. So you could hear something like, hey, I want you to meet up my friend Johnny. I want to set you guys up for a date. That just means that your friend wants you to get to know her friend Johnny to see if there's any romantic interest between us. To pop the question. When we were talking about fiance and fiancée, this is what it's talking about, is when a man or a woman asks their significant other to be engaged to them so that they can get married. You may hear it in the context of, I popped the question to my girlfriend last night, or someone may ask you, did you pop the question? That's what they're talking about, is did you get engaged? And again, to be engaged, it means to be married at some point, that you're going to get married soonish, within probably a year or two is usually the average. 2 is pushing it, usually a year and a half. To be on the rocks. It means that you may not be getting along with your significant other, with your boyfriend or girlfriend, or your husband or your wife. You may say we're a little bit on the rocks. It just means that you are going through a rough patch. Maybe you're arguing and you're not getting along. To make up. It means that you have resolved your issues and now you are happy together again. You can say, we met up last night over dinner and we are back to being happy again. To be smitten. This means when you are in love with someone or you're really, really happy with someone, you can say, I am smitten. I'm happy. Now I'm going to focus on some phrasal verbs that you will hear when dating. You may have heard about phrasal verbs if you are an intermediate or advanced speaker. We've had other videos about phrasal verbs from other teachers. And if you are not familiar, a phrasal verb is a verb next to a preposition, and it can have a different meaning than just the verb by itself or the preposition by itself. When it comes to dating and relationships, here are my top 6 phrasal verbs that you might hear when talking about love. To come on to. This means when someone tries to attract somebody else romantically. An example of this could be, my coworker came on to me yesterday at lunch. That means that the coworker was trying to attract the other person, maybe saying something like, let's go out to dinner, or hey, I want to grab a bite with you, or I want to grab coffee with you. Do you want to hang out? So it looks like the other person has a romantic interest in the other person. Fall for. To be in love or becoming in love with someone. You could say it like, I am falling for Dave. You don't have to say in love. When you say I'm falling, it means that you're getting to becoming in love or you are already in love. Break up or split up. It means that the relationship has ended and you are no longer in a romantic relationship with that person. So an example of this, Scott and Sarah broke up yesterday. So sad. Check out. It means to look at someone that you are interested in. For example, did you check out Sarah? She looks really pretty today. I checked out the barista at Starbucks yesterday. Just means that you looked at I looked at the barista in a romantic interest. To hook up. This means to engage with someone in a physical level. For example, my friend hooked up with her coworker at the party. It's just physical. It typically doesn't mean there is a relationship going on or that there is a true romantic interest in the other person. To settle down. It means to become more serious, ready for marriage, maybe have some kids. It just means when someone is just ready to settle down and get some roots. For example, I am ready to settle down and get a house, maybe get a husband. That's what that means. It's just in terms of stability and finding a partner. These are just a few idioms and phrases that you might hear when referring to dating and relationships. Remember, there are always cultural barriers that still need to be discussed with your significant other if they are English speakers from the US. It may be difficult, but not impossible. I hope this was helpful and maybe you're able to not only understand dating and relationships in the US, but you're able to expand your vocabulary. And don't miss free Go Natural English tips by signing up to our email at gonaturalenglish.com/email. If you make these quick fixes that help you become fluent faster, don't forget to subscribe and check out our online English course. If you'd like to continue learning, keep watching our videos, read our blogs, and don't forget, be an active learner. always be an active learner and don't forget to practice speaking English whenever possible. Thanks for being here today, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.